So I was watching a video by Brandon. He's got a new channel called Lifting of the Veil, and it's quite interesting. But I get the idea now. Brandon actually believes in God. He's like a Catholic now or something. Yeah, I was born a Catholic, but currently an atheist. But this thing is kind of made me think. But I still agree with some of the stuff he's saying. He's saying that like the elite groups, like things like NASA, Adidas, and some of the top celebrities, they're all part of like this secret group. If you know what I mean. Usain Bolt, he does this thing where he puts like he blocks an eye like that. He does something like that. I don't know what that means, but it's meant to be some kind of satanic thing or something. He said. I don't know. Like, does Satan even exist? I don't know. I wouldn't say so, but like I'm open minded. I think he makes some good points. He's saying all this science is a lot of bullshit. Like we're not descended from monkeys, and I'm like, yeah, he opened my mind a little bit. Okay, I believe there's religion and science, and nowadays if you believe in Ireland, if you question the science, you're seen as a gobshite. But if you question religion, you're seen as normal. People have moved from religion to science, and science. How do you know science is even real? Like, you know, ah, it's just hard to say. Like we're all brainwashed. Like if you say, oh, the Earth is flat, people say, oh, you're a gobshite, and stuff like that. No, okay. I think I prefer to go for happy medium. So instead of going too far to the religion side, or instead of going to the science side, I'll go in the middle. All right, and I'll say, right, is this religion thing? Is this God real? Is this God guy real? Are these gods real? I don't know. Is this religion real? I don't know. But is this science? Is this real, or are we being lied to? I don't know. I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know the answer to this question. It takes a lot of research if you want to come to a solid conclusion. Don't just accept things the way people say you should. Okay, what was the point of this? Yeah, personally, I believe that, like, I believe we are brainwashed. I believe, being wealthy is bad. It destroys a person, alright? I was brought up by wealthy parents. I went to private school from the age of 4, okay? So, yeah, my parents weren't exactly poor, alright? And I just don't like these people. I think, um, growing up, I never had any friends, it just didn't feel like a natural kind of childhood. I never didn't have any friends. I wanted to have friends. Very hard to make friends. Very snobby, exclusive. And if you do something to annoy someone, then they'll never say it to your face. They'll just be passive aggressive about it. I mentioned this about this strange old man in my area. This one I was living in Carrickmines. There's a strange old man. He lives in Cabinteely because I was kind of like my housing estate's in Carrickmines, and the next housing estate next to us is in Cabinteely, down the hill. And this guy, I mentioned how passive aggressive he was. Like I had no idea this guy didn't like me. I was like, does this guy? I just thought this guy was a grumpy prick the way he'd look away and try to avoid making eye contact as he walked past me in the street. I thought he did that to everyone. But then I shaved my head and I learned the truth. He hated me for being a distance runner. When I had my head shaved, he thought I was a different person. That was when, he started smiling at me and stuff, So, like, I knew then that he hated me for being a distance runner. So I have a long story about it in the YouTube videos. But I think this strange old man in my area, he's a weak man. Very weak. Pussy, even. If you want to if you want to call him that. So this guy, what did he do? I've heard him speak before. I heard him, he had construction workers over to his house doing a job for him. And when he was talking to the construction workers, he seemed a bit like submissive, like in a way that it was as if the construction workers it was as if like they were his older brothers and they were talking to him, and as if he was like a little weaker guy that needed to be protected or something. Like it's as if they try to make a joke about this guy before and he started crying or something, so now they're like, oh, okay, we need to make money off this guy, he's helping our business, so we need to be very, very polite. And he looked as if he was trying this construction worker seemed to be trying very hard not to hurt his feelings, as if he was talking to a very sensitive person. So I'm all a fan of that kind of thing. I do think wealth makes you soft. My parents try to brainwash me. They're like, oh, you need to go to university, you need to get a high paying job, a high paying degree and stuff like that. And my mother was a little bit more laid back, but my dad was very strict about that. He was like, oh, you don't want to be working at McDonald's or working in the cinema selling popcorn. No, you need to go to university, you need to get an office job. And he'd say, oh, Tala's a bad area, half those people are knackers, you don't want to live there and stuff like that. But I saw through it. I saw through the bullshit. I did my own research, I questioned this stuff, and now I've got the rewards. So yeah, I do believe being wealthy. I do believe the wealthy there's less morals in the wealthy. All right, there's less community. There's less. They're more materialistic. I mentioned this. There was a woman in a shop, and the shopkeeper knew she was wealthy just because, even though she was wearing modest clothing, because this person, she walked into the shop, she didn't take any notice of the people around her. She only took notice of the material goods. So that's the way it works. And I'm like, yeah, I'd be the same, because where I grew up, you don't make eye contact with strangers. You just, people don't really care. People are more materialistic. People don't really, like people never say hello to you when you walk past them on the streets. And I want to get away from that. I want to get away from that.